Hello everyone, this is Lorraine from Card Creations, and today this is the card that I'll be showing you how to assemble and put together. And first I'm going to show you some of the supplies that I've used. I used this Spellbinders die and fleur-de-lis squares. I've used the large one and the middle size die. Okay, and I've used these birds from the Recollections package, and then just my cardstock and my base cards. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how I cut out one of my top mats. I used the large die, and I cut that. I added that to my piece of cardstock, and then I cut the center out as well with these two dies. Then I took a piece of white cardstock and used the smaller die and cut out a white piece. So I'll set that aside and we'll go ahead and get started on assembling our card. Now the paper that I used had a corner section with a bird and some berries on it, and that's what I focused on to cut the shape of my mat. And I used this die to cut out a window on this is the very top mat of my card. I'll also be using a paper flower and also some pearl flowers that I made with some pearls and added a center little bead to it. So first thing we need to do is get our card base, and this size is 5.5 by 7.5. And the first thing we're going to do is add our first layer, which is a cream color that matches the top mat of my card. So we'll go ahead and add our adhesive. Okay, the next layer is a pretty blue. This is kind of like a Williamsburg blue, or I'll go ahead and cut or remove our backing from our second mat. And I usually pull the colors from the top layer designer paper that I'm going to use, so all these colors coordinate with the top layer. So we'll go ahead and add this next layer with one layer of foam tape on the back. Okay, and here comes the tricky part. I've added one layer of foam tape to the back of my top mat, and we're going to go ahead and attach this next. And on this piece, or this little window that I cut, I added 2 layers of foam tape, so you'll go ahead and add that to that perimeter of that frame. And we're going to insert that back into the cutout portion and make it kind of a 3D effect. Go ahead and get this going, and I usually start at the bottom with the cutout window because sometimes it gets a little wobbly and you don't want to have it lay where you don't want it. So I start at the bottom and then gently do the sides and then lay the top, and that way you'll get it perfect onto your card. Okay, so now we have this little window, and I'm just going to add it right back to the area that I cut it out, and it'll just be raised a little and give you a nice effect on that. Go ahead and peel this off. Okay, and we're going to line it up and put it right back in the same area that it was cut out of. So gently, because you don't want to miss the areas. Just get it back in there and see how it lays kind of raised up. Okay, and the next piece is this white piece, and that's going to sit flush back into the card. And we'll just add some adhesive to the back of that. And match it up again. And then push it down onto our second mat on the card. And once again, like I mentioned, it'll feel recessed or look recessed onto the front of our card. Pull this little tab out, kind of stuck in there. Let me get this. Pull that up. Okay, there we go, and then just press that down. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add our pearl spray, and I'm going to add this right about here, and I do have my glue gun. I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of that. And lay this at the top corner, left hand corner, and then I'm going to add my little blue flower, and then add this additional piece or pearl down here. There we go. And then the last thing that we need to do, well actually I'm going to go ahead and work on the inside. I'm going to add the bird last, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Now I've cut, these are the pieces that I had left, and they're not quite the right size, so what I've done is I cut a strip of the leftover paper and made a scallop border, and I'm going to go ahead and attach these two together to finish off the inside of the card. Add this here. Let me just kind of measure and make sure I have enough spacing at the top and bottom. Let's see, kind of, okay, I think that'll go good right about there. Okay, then add adhesive to this piece. There we go. And then I've got my bird that I added, I think 4 layers of foam tape so that it would fit right into that area there. Now I'm not going to attach my bird because I'm not sure exactly what sentiment I'm going to add to this. And now I've got my cards for sale, and I'll be able to add just about any sentiment that you would like on the front of the card, and the details are on my blog at cardcreationsbylorraine.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching.